this show has been iconic for Netflix. It's been, iconic for fans and TV history. And it's in the fact that it deals with such serious issues for young people and teens and dealing with those issues in a lot of ways that other shows didn't really ever deal with prior to this show. So I'm curious for you, as being the star of the show for the past 4 years, I'm sure a lot of fans have come up to you over these years to say how the show has helped them, or, how it's helped a friend. And I'm curious if there was any particular story that you remembered from a fan where the show really helped them that they might have told you about.
Oh man, I mean, it's sort of there's been a lot of people who have told me that the show has changed their life or really helped them, and
Mhm.
it always means so much. It's sort of I don't know if there's one particular story that anyone has told me or um, gone much into detail about. It's normally in passing, and someone will just kind of
Yeah.
um, it'll tell me what they'll tell me what the show has done for them, but I don't know. There's not. I've never really gotten to like have too long of a conversation with someone enough before to like to give me specifics, but just to know that it affects people at all in any sort of positive way and it can help them. It always feels incredible. But you know, I'm normally if I'm talking to people, it's like I'm walking by or it's quickly or I'm
Right.
passing or whatever. But yeah.
Do you remember the very first scene you shot for the show and then also the very last scene? You don't have to get into too many spoilers, but I'm honestly just curious as a fan of the show, what was that first scene you shot and what is the last scene that you shot for Clay?
Okay, so I probably can't tell you the last scene that I shot for
It's
Clay,
fine.
but I the first scene I shot, I believe was oh my gosh, it was one of these. It was in episode two because we shoot two episodes at a time.
Okay.
It was in Monet's. It was when I was either sitting across the table from Jessica talking to her about the tapes or Tony, one or the other, because they're like back to back at the same table. One of those scenes. So my first scene was either with Christian or with Alicia. Um,
Got it.
yeah, that was the first scene I shot.
Okay. So, I mean, obviously, your character has had such an incredible arc. We thought we were only going to get one season. We ended up getting three more. So, as an actor playing through this character arc, I mean, obviously, in a film, you only kind of get 2 hours to play with a character arc. But in a series, this character has so much progression over these last couple of seasons. When you were
Mhm.
filming the final season, was it kind of a cathartic experience for you, or did it make you feel like kind of sad in a way to leave the character behind, or kind of both?
It's both. I mean, it's definitely bittersweet. I mean, I think that you know you never want a story to go too long, and I know that from season one, based off my conversations with Brian, that he had pictured the potential for 4 seasons based off of
Mhm.
4 semesters of school, and I was always sort of on board with that idea in my mind, and so it felt sweet in the fact that we can end the story at the time that feels right, and we feel like we've told enough of these characters' lives and to give them a proper send off on the note that we want. But it also, of course, it's sad to leave the character behind. It really, it's sort of, you get when you get into the thick of filming, you can get very distracted in trying to focus on the work and how that process normally goes. But it took like when we were getting towards the end of the season to really hit me. I'm like, man, I'm never going to be back at this set again. I'm never going to be back at this set again. You sort of have this emotional attachment to these places, and I feel like I've never missed those areas and locations as much as I do right now because I know I'm not going back.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it's definitely like when it gets to the back like third of the season when you're shooting, it's when you start to think like I'm there's no taking this for granted, and I'm really thankful for it all. But yeah, definitely
Yeah.
bittersweet.